Oh, hey guys, how are you? I am sorry about that. It was telling me that it was not going over to LinkedIn, and I was trying to play with what that meant. So I am so sorry. I am sending you what the in the chat, the comments, what the 9 pillars are in hacking happiness. So to start, and thank you. I think that's probably Heather that said good morning. So here's the thing. There's 9 pillars in hacking happiness. And this was our book. And I got caught the whole month on pillar 1 and pillar 2. And there's Heather. Good morning, Heather. And good morning, Maggie. So here we go. So is pillar 1 is breaking the dopamine-cortisol cycle, right? That was really a big aha for me. And I see here that I'm going to have to fix this later. Pillar 2 was the brain has no coming and going, right? So if we want happiness, we can create it by giving, right? So sending out notes, being nice to people, creating that serotonin, which is the happiness hormone, they call it, and the oxytocin, which is the love hormone. So if I am giving happiness and love, then my body is going to respond to it. So I don't need to have someone loving me back, right? The next is calming time and ego. And that is actually what I want to talk about a little bit today. And you know what? I feel like we could get into this book a little bit longer. And we could do another month on it, but it's not even a book yet. So when this book, well, it might be, but it's not published as far as I can see. So when it's published, we will bring it back. Okay. And so talking about for today, calming time in the ego, I want to just plug into that a little bit. And it talks about how do we create in our bodies a more efficient body to help us be happy, right? Or successful. And they're all kind of tied together. And so, for him, like when he became happy, and he's got statistics for this, his business 10x'd, right? So anyways, for calming time in the ego, a couple of things that they talked about was the default mode in the network, the default mode network, and the prefrontal cortex. And basically that is like the neurological basis for yourself. And I don't want to get into it too much because it's kind of a little over my head for me to be discussing. But the people that he brought in to talk about this, right, was, again, Jim Collins in Good to Great said, good leaders channel their ego needs away from themselves and into the larger goal of building great community. Okay, so leadership. And I've been talking with a few people about leadership this week, and it brings me back to just what this is talking about. And then for passion and purpose, it says like the journey of an artist grows in 3 stages: mastery, technique, composition, and expression. Okay. And then I was just listening to a podcast with Ryan Holiday on it. And he also quotes Ryan Holiday in his book, Ego is the Enemy. And he points out that an amateur is defensive, seeking dopamine and avoiding cortisol. And the professional, living in serotonin, finds learning, being challenged, even occasionally being shown up and humbled. So education is the entire process. Okay, so through our own growth, we can pull those items in. And so anyway, leadership teacher Warren Rutland observes that a leader with precision of vision is more efficient to achieve success than one who is just raw passion. Okay, so and then lastly, they had John Wooden's success pyramid. Okay, uses faith and patience as the anchor characteristics. Okay, so what does this all mean? And why am I talking about this today? And why did I pick this book? Is because this book truly gave legs to the RISE program, the RISE planning, the RISE training that I do, and the basis of what we talk about. And it gave biochemical, neurological answers to why utilizing it as it's laid out brings about those 9 pillars. 9 pillars, yeah. So anyway, I just found it very validating. But I want to dig in more. I want to know more. I want to when they talk about in some of these, right, knowing your triggers. and your childhood has a lot of the answers. I have experienced both of those things in the past couple of weeks in a big way. Okay. And I went in a time of stress, like back to the family dynamics of when I was 9 years old or 10 years old or 15 years old. And I was triggered by many of the same things. So I completely forgot about those other almost 40 years between like my teenager years and where I am now. It's not almost 40 years, it is 40 years. So working on, right? Working on ourselves, working on our business, working on our relationships. You know, I when I was away in Vermont, I wrote I caught up on a lot of thank you notes and a lot of thanking people for sending people to Agent Rising with my gift cards. I sent out over $2,000 worth of $25 gift cards. You know, that felt so good. Anyway, how are you all doing? And what has been your response to picking up well, it's a white paper, right? And this is, you know what? I put my Hacking Happiness copy in a yellow folder because I'm like happiness, sunshine, light. And it's just when I look at my file, like when I look at my backpack, I can find it like that, right? That's a way, this is a signal to not forget about this and to dig deeper into this and to nourish from within. Isn't it a great thought that we can nourish, and by our actions and by our giving, right, we're able to receive what it is that we need in order to be happy. Anyway, that's my thought for today. I'm so grateful for you all, and I will say I love you all, and I love that you're here with me. And if love is part of the answer, then I'm going to fear less in letting people know that. And I learned that from my good friend, Heather. All right, my friends, I'll talk to you soon. Have an amazing weekend.